Hello everyone, I am Pepravedi and welcome to a bonus video on Uncharted for A Thief's End. Today, what I want to show, I've already played through the game a couple of times and I wanted to show that I've got all the treasures. Well, this was more of an intensive playthrough. I did play through the game at the very least 4 times now. It's a little bit obsessive, but I got every single one of the trophies. I got, well, I'm going to show this last. The journal, let me see if it's complete as to where I am right now. Um, probably it is. Let's inspect this item. This is the thing that we had at the very beginning, the letter. Then we have all this. There must be a beginning of any great matter, but the continuing unto the end until it be thoroughly finished yields the true glory. Useful Italian phrases. My name is, mi chiamo, I don't understand, non capisco, please speak slowly, può parlare più lentamente per favore? Do you speak English? Parla inglese? Do you have a boyfriend? Hai un fidanzato? And obviously that was written in by Sam, so my brother is an idiot. Mio fratello è un idiota. That's cool. Then we got a lot of things. A crow will not pluck out the eye of another crow. Honor among thieves. Sullivan, contact Hotel di Fiorentino, and so this is actually pretty cool. I thought when I was looking through it. 1, get to vantage point. 2, rendezvous with Sully. 3, proceed to crossed out storage, crossed out power room, crossed out. Meet Sully at car. Crossed out. 4, get shocked out window by Nadine Ross. Ballroom shootout. Number 5, drive away with Cross very fast. 6, crossed out lobster stuffed ravioli. Crossed out ibuprofen for dinner. This is funny. Now 7, I think I'm also getting too old for this kid. That is amazing. The fact that he knows he's getting too old for this, and he's starting to understand what Sully meant. Then we got more stuff on Rafe and Nadine. So... Want to see something cool? We're en route to New York for a shareholder meeting, but Adler has no interest in discussing business. Instead, he shows me his latest find, a fabulous jeweled egg. One of a kind, he says. I had to do some serious digging. Go out in the field, but that's the best part. It's no fun if you don't get your hands a little dirty. Written on photo. Yes, Daddy bought me this plane. We'll be fine. It's not like Rafe is a psychopath with unlimited resources. Except he is. And Shoreline aids rebels in civil war. Shoreline's presence in the capital city confirms what many already suspected. Nadine Ross is continuing her ambitious expansion of Shoreline's resources, involving them in several theaters of conflict around the globe. Or that Nadine's got a mean high kick and an army at her beck and call. Crap. Yep. Then we got some more details about the places. Abandoned in around 1697, considered a historic site until Rafe bought it and started digging it up. 41, and we needed justly, for we received the due reward of our deeds. But this man hath done nothing wrong. And he said unto Jesus, Remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus said unto him, Today you will join me in paradise. Why Avery's fixation on St. Dismas? Probably he considered himself a repentant thief, which he was obviously not. We could inspect this. It's a map, of course, of the facilities. So, away we go. Let's read this. Needs to have skull and crossbones, crosswords pointed down, and the dates. And Celtic knots. I'm not patient enough for this. I am not patient enough for this. Gosh darn it, Nate. Alright, so that's what it had to be. That was inside of the cross that we got, and from this point on, this is all that we got on the journey, and apparently it is not complete since I think it's missing some of these things. So I will not be showing the complete journal, just I wanted to read the very beginning of it and show you everything else. If you want to look at all this, you can look at most of it during the playthrough. I did get most of this during the playthrough. What is this? Volcano, Avery, we are here. Kings Bay, those two are the towers that we could have gone to. It's one of those. Baldrige 2, Bonnie, yeah, lots of pirates. And then we got one of these things. The order in which statues appeared. There's a lemur! He painted a lemur! That's funny, I did not see that before. And then you got all these that you can actually use in order to help you solve the puzzle. Pro Dev Squad Licentia. Highland Tex Avery and was likely to be the founder of a new monarchy, having, as it was said, taken immense reaches. Yet all these were no more than false rumors improved by the cruelty of some and the humor of others who loved to tell strange things. Below sigil, they were no pirates, but men who were resolved to assert that liberty which God and nature gave them. So it is. And rest in peace, Captain Darby. There's a lot of things that you'd have to play the game or see the game in order to understand. So, a far city from the dilapidated caves in Scotland. Everything's getting more lavish as we get closer to Libertalia. Biggest and most ornate city hall, treasury, shared apartments, style housing, small buildings, servants' quarters, single homes. And so it is. No quarter for thieves. Jesus Dismas and Gestus, also nautical symbol for shipwreck. That would actually suck very badly. And then we got Libertalia. Why did they abandon their horses? And this one is my favorite. Nice drawings, Nate. That is my favorite. Because he made fun of his drawings, remember? Like, what are they? In the fridge? Article 5. He who deserts Libertalia in time of battle shall be punished by death. Did these slavers, murderers, and thieves actually follow these rules? Of course they did. That's why they ended up rebelling. Maybe there was some truth to the whole parrot thing. Why is this symbol? I don't know. Looks weird. Then we got some fights. Then we got some things that we could have gotten at the treasury. And not a good time to lose your head, Avery. Actually, I think this is the complete journal. So yeah, we got New Devon. And all the time we spent. What is that? Oh, Amida never hugged me much. What parrot bridges are made of? Twigs, dirt, small rocks, beard hair, ice cream sticks, tape, broken bones, used peg legs, and pirate self-worth. Wow, that's amazing. Then we got all of these things at New Devon. And finally, while we were descending through Avery's house, and that's it. This is pretty much it. These are the last few things that you get before rescuing Sam, and that's it. That's the end of the journal. So that's a lot. That's a lot that you can get on your journal. You can watch the complete end credits, but we already saw that. And from here on bonus, we can have different skins for Nathan Drake. We can have his dive suit, his home attire, the office attire, a jumpsuit, the auction dress, the auction fight, and Scotland Island, which is your regular Nathan Drake attire, Kingsway, the epilogue. This is by the end of the game, by the way. The epilogue at the office, or the true epilogue, which is old, or just the default outfit. So that's the thing. We got Samuel Drake over here, prison attire. Wait, didn't Nate have prison as well? I thought he had, but apparently no. Well, Samuel has the prison attire, office attire, the prison 2 attire when he was older, a jumpsuit, and the auction. Then he changed into a waiter. Then he was at the hotel like this. He was at Scotland, at the outro to Scotland, Madagascar, Kings Bay, and the default outfit, which is just what he has at any given point in time. We also got Victor Sullivan at the auction, at the hotel, in Scotland, at Madagascar, and of course, by the very end, at the island. We also have Elena Fisher, at home, twice, at Madagascar, at the island, at the end in Kings Bay, at the office for the outro, and on the epilogue when she's quite a bit older. We got also skins for Nadine Ross for the auction. I thought that was a complete dress, but it isn't. At Scotland, in the island, and by the very end in the island. Then we also have Rafe Adler in prison when he was younger, when he was an asshole to Sully, when he was an asshole to Nadine, when he was an asshole to Nate, and when he was an asshole to Nate again. Anyways, we got all those as skins. You can use these weapons at any given time. You unlock them, you can activate them at any given time. You'd only require to have an actual weapon in any of the holsters that these would occupy at any given point. Then you got render modes. You got cell shaded, which looks actually like a comic book, which is good. ACS, ASC to mosaic, looks weird. Thief vision, just so you know where your enemies are. Negative land, which looks absolutely creepy and like somewhere in the afterlife. But this is the actual afterlife. Everyone looks sort of dead. Chalk dust, everyone looks super white. Tricolor, only 3 colors. That's what it means. Rainbow Funland, if you were taking drugs. 8-bit, if you were trying to play this on the NES or something like that. Photo filter, black and white, and these are for photographs with black and white. Lornich, classy, cool, and inferno, noir, sepia, vibrant, vintage, warm, and that's it. Then we also got gameplay modifiers. You got your mirror world, which makes everything, of course, look on the other side. Mirror on death, which means whenever you die, the world gets mirror. Slow motion, of course, everything goes slow motion. Bullet speed mode, whenever you aim, everything goes slow so you can aim properly. No gravity, no gravity. 8-bit audio makes 8-bit audio, and you can have half the audio for that. You can have helium, super high pitch, xenon, super low pitch, and infinite ammo for all your pleasure. Actually, I did use that in order to complete my crushing mode run with all the treasures, thanks to infinite RPG and grenade launcher ammo. So that was a lot of fun. And you can have a lot of fun with this game, and that's the thing. Now, you also have this character gallery over here, which you can actually see all of the characters with their different suits at different ages and points in time. So you have your natural Nathan Drake. This is your regular outfit with the holsters and everything else. You have Nathan Drake in prison when he was younger, and you can actually see at all the details, like, it was really different. You have the dive suit when he was working. You also have Nathan Drake at home with a beer in hand, even though I didn't grab the beer. So yeah, that's the thing. You have at the office when he looks a little bit preoccupied when he looks at Sam for the first time in 15 years, and you have young Nathan Drake after fighting at the nunnery. So that's the thing at the orphanage. You also have the jumpsuit before taking it off. You have Nathan Drake after he takes off the jumpsuit. Look at that, classy, sexy. You also have the fights after the auction. So that's the thing. You have the Scotland with the jacket and a lot of snow because obviously he's rolling on snow. The outro for Scotland after he takes off the jacket and is looking at the coin. You have the King's Bay after the game is done, after he changed, thanks to Elena for giving us those clothes. And the epilogue at the office with this doubloon of forgotten parrot gold. And finally, when he's older, you can look at this. You can definitely look at this. He looks old. Of course. That's really nice to see. Now we got Samuel as well. Of course, this is how you start off, well, how it goes through most of Madagascar. Well, Libertalia. You have Samuel Drake when he was younger, when he didn't have all those big entryways on his hair. He was a lot younger. Look at that backpack. Classic backpack. Then you have him in prison when they were younger, without all those wrinkles on his head. And you have his prison outfit. I thought you had his prison outfit next, but no. This is when he comes to the office after he escapes Rafe Adler. You have the second prison when he is quite a bit older. Still using pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same outfit. It was the same prison after all. The jumpsuit, and you have the lenses over here. Then we got at the auction before changing up into the waiter. He looks classy. He looks serious about his job. He looks like he's about to double cross someone, which he did. Then you got this one on the fight. No, this is after the fight back home, which is weird that he changed back into this, but I suppose he would have had to. Then we got him in Scotland, which is pretty much the same outfit he had on The Office. Then we got him at the end of Scotland after he's taken off the jacket. We actually did not see this before, but yep. He's got a thermic thingamajig, long sleeved. Then we go to Madagascar, and this is King's Bay after the end of the game. So he's patched up, he's ready to go, he still has his lighter, of course, still gonna smoke. Then we got Elena Fisher, as she is during the game part of the game. Because you also have her at home when she's writing that article about Bangkok and Nate doesn't listen to her. Then you got Elena when she calls Nathan when she's alone at home. And you got her at Madagascar when she gets into the hotel room and everything goes to crap. You got her as well after the game in Kings Bay. Same shirt and different jacket. Looks nice. She's happy. You got her at the office after she decided to buy that place where Nathan worked, and you got her at the epilogue. So yeah, she definitely looks a bit older. Look at those wrinkles. It's amazing the amount of detail that they put into all of these. Then you got Victor Sullivan. You meet him at the auction, of course, as well. Classy, always with his tobacco in hand, or his radio, because he is always he's always ready to help. Just need to call him. Alright, so then we got him in his regular red shirt attire. And another shirt. This looks actually good. This is at the end of the game after he's changed up as well. Well, no, actually, this is how it is in the island, but he appears just so little that you don't really remember him all that much. Then you got Nadine Ross. A mean hook and kick. She looks sassy as hell. Like, look at this. She looks sassy as hell. That face is a sassy face. Then you got Nadine Ross when she's fighting you again in the island. Then you got Nadine Ross again in the island. And then you got Adler. Rafe Adler. When he was an asshole, number one. Look at that asshole face. Then when he was an asshole, again, look at that asshole tux and that asshole smug face. Then when he was an asshole, again. Like, Rafe is always an asshole in this game. And that means he was always an asshole, because this is the only game that he appears in. Then you got Rafe as an asshole, again. Another asshole Rafe. Look at that pissed off asshole face. And then you got Rafe as an asshole by the very end of the game. That was not what I meant to do. Thank you very much. Look at that asshole face. Ready to murder someone. Psychopath asshole. And then we got the minor characters that appeared in the game. You got Vargas. Sadly, he was killed. Sad, not sad. Then you got Hector Alcazar, who was also killed, except not during the game, but prior to the events of the game. Looks really detailed. And look at that hair. Look at that chest hair. Then you have Gustavo from the prison. Remember, this guy tried to kill us with that knife. Look at all those tattoos. Look at all that detail. Like, Naughty Dog goes through a lot of trouble to make these models as detailed as possible. Then you got Jameson over here. And the model also looks very detailed. You got Jameson number 1, Jameson number 2 by the end of the day, at the very beginning of the game, and then you got Jameson, which actually seems like he lost a little bit of weight, but not really, by the end of the game, on the epilogue. Then you got an auctioneer, the girl that was calling up for the auction at the Rosie estate. You got Cassie Drake, Nathan, and of course, Elena's kid. Look at all that. Look at that. She looks happy. Look at that necklace. The shirt looks actually pretty cool. A lot of necklaces. I mean, she's used to living on a beach, so that comes off naturally. And Vicky. The name of the dog is Vicky. And it just dawned on me while I was watching. Like, I was playing through the game again, and I triggered the lemur cutscene. And Nathan actually says he's going to name the dog Victor. But this is a female dog, so it's Vicky. That's just amazing. I think that's just amazing. Now you got Evelyn over here, the old lady that almost shot Nathan and Samuel at the very beginning of their story as Nathan and Samuel Drake. And then you got the two guys that were with Nadine Orca. Badass, looks like Solid Snake actually. And not. doesn't look like Solid Snake. Actually, it looks like a bit of a pushover. But there you go. Those are all of the models of the characters during the game. It's very nice that you can actually take a look at all of them, the design, and all that. And then you have concept gallery for each of the chapters. I'm just gonna pass them through really quickly so that you can actually see all of the work that went into all of this, the design. And this is gonna take a while to load, apparently. Number 4 is not loading. Number 5 is not loading. Okay, this is something else. But yeah, there's a lot of work that comes into these games. There's a lot of concepts that are thrown around. That apparently doesn't want to load. So yeah, the concepts. Look at the different art styles, different designs that they went through for Rafe, for Samuel, for Vargas, the different places that you could go to, everything. And it's just amazing to see all this actually come to fruition. Like originally, originally it wasn't supposed to be a cargo train. It was supposed to be a gas train or a gas something. Or a container of some different sort, different versions of Jameson, a different aquatic suit for Nathan, different outfits for, for Sam, the places where he got shot, and then the entire night that's spent talking for the Malaysia job. Then you got a normal life, which looks like originally a normal life was going to go be after Sam's first appearance. But no, it was actually, this one takes place, well, it takes place before, but not really. Then you got Hector Alcazar over here. Different designs, different versions. I mean, it's based on a real figure, so there wasn't much to draw upon. But then you got this, the Rossi estate, all the way over in Italy. Initial sketches for Nadine Ross, Sam, the auctioneer. Look at all this. Originally it was supposed to be a man, but there you go, approved there was a woman as the auctioneer. Then you got waiters, and all the different people that would appear over there. There's a lot of detail that goes into this. I think I missed the last one. There you go. Male and female. Lights out, shouldn't be all that much, just the concept for Nathan, Samuel, and the thugs. Of course, look at that fight. Look at that fight scene with Nadine Ross. That's why, like, she would have fought in a dress. That would have been brutal. So there's some storyboarding. Look at that after the fact, and just Sam waiting up. Then we got the grave of Henry Avery. Of course, just looking all through all of this, there's a lot of detail. That's the one that was approved. Alright, then we got those who prove worthy. Like, I don't know where they get all these ideas. All of these places, like most of them, not all of them, but most of them are fictional. There's not a St. Dismas church or cathedral in Scotland. There's not, but Naughty Dog said, yeah, there is, and even went as far as to make a map for it and whatnot. So this is very interesting, the fact that they go so far with their ideas. The design is also complex, so complicated, and at the very same time, it doesn't look all that complex when you're looking at it in the game. But there's just so much that goes into the game, and so much that goes into creating these stories. Avery's hideout before they... it's Avery's with an A. So the fight at the very beginning of the game, which doesn't seem like you would have had to come to the prologue in order to get that. Now here we go with the ones that didn't show up before. Different concepts, different clothing, different types of scenes, and they're even a very different art style for these two. And what you see over there is actually what happens. Sam was always worried about Nathan when they were kids. He really was like a parental and fraternal figure to Nathan. And so I'm just going to start scrolling a little bit faster through all of this. It looks beautiful, but I just wanted to show it up, and that's it. So look at this. Different concept for Nadine after a while. Of course, these don't happen in the order of the chapters. They happen pretty much simultaneously, and they have to talk between one another for the designs to be approved and for the final designs to make it into the game. But this is all just concept art at this point. And the final cutscene for the brothers Morgan turning into the brothers Drake. Then you got Elena over here. This actually looks more like the design she had on the previous Uncharted games, less realistic. Because for this one, Elena, I think, is the character that sees the most change on her model. Elena and Sully, I think. Then you got all this concepts for New Devon, all of these cages, all of these different things, the destroyed houses, mansions, and whatnot, different scenes, all the pirates, and the different pictures they had hanging at the treasury and throughout the entirety of Libertalia. Avery's Descent. Originally, that's Sam, and it looks like Sam was trapping Nate and Elena. So probably at the beginning, Sam actually had a little bit more of a dark role in the game. He was supposed to betray Nathan in a harder way. I don't know. That just seems like what it could have been at some point. And No Escape. All the boats, again with a big mountain. Brothers Keeper. This was a very short chapter. A Thief's End, also a very short chapter. But of course, the ships are very complex. As you can see here, the fight was originally supposed to happen on the mast, but it didn't happen like that in the end, and this is how it ended up. Yep, layout of the ship, layout of the place, layout of everything. And finally, the epilogue, and that's where you see Cassie was actually supposed to be playing video games, probably a beat-em-up. They hadn't decided on Crash Bandicoot yet, and then the entirety of this looks amazing. To be 100% honest, I still cannot get over the end of the game. It looks beautiful. It is amazing to see. And final design for Cassie Drake. Approved design, not so approved design. Looks a little bit more like Ellie from The Last of Us. This is more of an innocent girl. Doesn't really look all that much like Elena and Nate. And the epilogue. There you go. There you go. So that's pretty much it that I wanted to show for this special bonus episode. Almost half an hour of all this. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel. If you really like the video, share the video around the internet. You will help me out a lot. And stay tuned because I will be going through the multiplayer mode now that I have the chance. So I will see you later.